Hi everyone, welcome to day 6 of our 21-day challenge. If you want to join from the very beginning, click the link below. Today we are going to explore strength in surrender. So if I could call this class anything, I would call it I bend so I don't break. As always, you can take part with no props at all, but if you can, grab a blanket and a couple of cushions. That will sometimes come in helpful in the postures. Coming into a seated position. You can sit up onto a cushion if you need to, and you can rest your hands into your knees or thighs and just breathe through the nose for a moment. Close the eyes and check in. Check in with your body, check in with your breath. Check in with how you're feeling today. And this little bit of space before you start your day allows you to become aware of where you are and what you might need. And allows you to set an intention for your day. So just take a moment now to check in with you, just as you would a good friend. Just softening as you breathe. Releasing the unneeded tension and allowing the breath to begin to drop down into the belly. Your breath, the sound of your breath, the feeling of your breath coming and going, pulls you into the present moment. And it's amazing how so many of us, myself included, ask so much of ourselves and yet don't take this moment to just listen to how we're feeling. How can we expect to meet our own needs if we don't do this simple step? If we don't learn about where we are and what we need. So take a deep breath in through the nose. And out through the nose. One more deep breath in. And out. Okay, so opening the eyes straight into our first posture. Legs come straight out in front of you, and we are going to take a forward fold that we haven't been able to visit yet, a half butterfly. So the right foot comes in, the knee comes out to the side. Feel free to cushion under here. If this gets too strong through hip or knee, knees should never ache in a yoga practice. And feel free to place a cushion or a block under your straight leg to allow this to be more gentle along the back. Let's sit up tall first, so we create space through the abdomen, nice and long, rather than just collapsing in on ourselves. And then we lean forwards and relax down into our posture. So the spine rounds, the head lowers, the neck begins to relax more and more. Please do not ever be disheartened if you find yourself higher up, and that's where your natural stopping point is. We are all so very different in our bodies. Over the next few days, we are going to get into just how we relate to our bodies in our yoga practice, and we're going to think about how we can rebuild our relationship with our bodies. And one of those things is loving it where it is. It's not always easy, but it is the challenge that's laid out in front of us on our yoga mat. So softening in, arrive here. The mind can be so interesting, and it can really be like an addiction. So just take this moment to breathe out and release some of the noise, some of the subjects, chatter. Breathing out, letting go. So rather than feeding your mind now, you're letting your mind fall away. You're letting your body soften. And what I want you to hold in the back of your mind as a lesson or intention for today is that the more you pay in, the more you get out. So every moment, every breath, every moment of softening on your mat, you are paying in. And the more yin-like stillness and rest you cultivate, the more you're going to be able to give. Soften a little more and tune into your body a little more. Slowly rolling the spine back up, taking your knee into center, your leg down, and then changing to the other side. So the left foot comes in, knee out to the side, leg goes straight. Maybe you have a block to begin with, maybe you have a cushion. You can actually also have cushions, blocks, bolster, whatever suits in front of you for support for your head. So I'll show you that option this time around. So making your way down into the posture, soften through the shoulders, face, jaw, throat. Breathing out, letting go. Finding rest. Often in a yin practice, we are confronted with our need to be doing, our need to fill every space with something, whether that be mentally or physically. We are asked in a yin practice to simply be here and to not tie our value up in doing. You are not only valuable and you are not only good enough when you are achieving and doing and working. And in fact, you find your real value in these moments when you allow yourself to just simply be here and breathe. When you allow yourself to rush, when you allow yourself to rest, when you allow yourself to just let go. And when you allow that to be okay, when you allow stopping and being to be okay, and that's when you start to see yourself differently. As you rest on this side, rolling up, taking your props to one side, knee to the center. We're going to come onto our back for Banana Asana. Arms come up above, and you can have your arms straight, you can have them out to the sides, you can take hold of one wrist, just whatever feels right for you. So walking your feet over to the right hand side, but not allowing your left hip to lift up off of the floor, and then walking your head and shoulders over to the right hand side as well, so that your body comes into this half moon kind of shape. If you want to get a little deeper into this, you can cross your left leg over your right. Oops, and that gives you a bigger stretch through the side of the body, through the left hip. So again, let your arms find the position that feels right to them. So they might let go and come quite out to the sides, or you might keep hold with one hand. Okay, and another posture that requires a bit of balancing between the yin and yang. So there's a little bit of activity to hold your body in the posture. But otherwise we are just softening around that activity. And can this moment be okay if you don't achieve anything with it? Do we just value pushing and forcing and making things happen? Can we value stillness and rest instead? Can you just savor this moment? Aware that the more you let go, the more still you become, the more soft you become, the greater the benefits. Walking your feet over to the left, changing sides, walking the head and shoulders over to the left. One thing you can do here, feels quite nice, is tuck your hands around the back of your head and let your elbows fall out to the sides. So that can be a nice variant on the arm positioning. We can cross the right leg over the left leg if we want something a little deeper here. But always make sure your hips stay flat, so They shouldn't be lifting up off of the floor. Send your breath down into that right hip if you're feeling that stretch. Let the belly expand, but not just forwards, sideways. The side of the stomach and into the back as well. The back of the body, we expand. Let the breath massage the tissues and release the tissues. Finding little ways to let go. Last few breaths here. Walking back to center. Hugging the knees in towards the chest. Rocking the knees from side to side. Massaging the lower back into the floor. We're going to come onto our belly for Sphinx. So I'm going to take the arms to rest into the floor, and as usual you have that option, it's just an option, to cushion under your chest with a bolster or with cushions, and you can place a block in front of you to support your head. So you can take your hands forward and make a more gentle version of the posture. If you're wanting a little bit of a neck stretch along the back of the neck, you can drop the head. Keep that there for as long as that feels good. Even just rock from side to side and get into the tissues along the back of the neck for a few moments. Feel the belly gently press into the floor as you breathe, and find little ways to let go. Practice your ability to be present with your body. And I want you to really acknowledge here what you've done for yourself. It's so normal for us to put our own self-care at the bottom of the list, and you have dedicated yourself to taking this time out. And know that this yin practice is always here for you when you need nourishment, when you need to pull in away from the world, pull your energy in, when you need to breathe and soften and rest and calm. So gratitude for the practice. I'm grateful to be here. Glad that you made this commitment. space to soften, to release. If you want to get a little deeper, press up into our seal pose. Again, you can place cushions or a bolster under the belly. Make sure the hips are always still in contact with the floor. You're just kind of wedging something under there to take the weight of the upper body. So they'll sit around the lower chest, upper belly. And always, if you come deeper into a posture and at some point it maybe starts to feel not quite right for your back, you just change, you just come back down again. Lowering the body down slowly, pressing into your palms and sitting back into child's pose. So rather than a traditional Shavasana pose, we're just going to take a moment in child's pose before we end. You can place your head into your hands or even into a block or cushion and just get heavy here for a moment. If this isn't suitable for any reason, just lay onto your back. One more time, thank yourself for being here. Take a deep breath in and out. Walk your hands back in. Come to a seated position. Hands together. Lower the head to the fingertips. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. So our affirmation today, yogis, is I take time to rest and recharge. I have more to give when I do. I take time to rest and recharge. I have more to give when I do. So one more time, I take time to rest and recharge. I have more to give when I do. That's in your email. If you need to go back and find it, let it tick around in your head for the rest of the day. So hit the like button, guys. That's the only thing I ask because it helps me so much with my channel. So over the next few days, we are going to dive into the meditative aspects of a Yin Yoga practice, so really learning to meditate within our practice. We're going to be diving into self-love, body love. We're going to look at the way we relate to ourselves and look at how we can improve that. And we're going to get a chance to start to dive into the chakras as well towards the end of our 21 days. So lots more to come. Thank you for being here with me, and I'll see you tomorrow as we continue our transformation.